Alright everybody, welcome back. Here we are again with one more Dormeyer to do. This one came just like this. I haven't plugged it in yet to see if it runs, but we're just going to do the service maintenance on this. Notice the handle has got a nice crack right here, so we're going to try to secure that, keep that from ending up coming apart, because everything else handle-wise looks good on there other than that crack. This one was sent with beaters too. And aside from being a little bent, this beater don't look so bad, but this one, however, is broken here, and really don't think I'm going to be able to fix that. Maybe if I had a welder or something I could weld that, but I don't have a welder, I don't weld, so that's probably about the only way that thing's going to get fixed. So we'll do what we can. With the machine, but like I said, we're not going to be able to do anything with this beater. So let's go ahead and plug it in and see what happens when we turn it on. Alright, on 1, 2, it barely runs. On 3, it starts to get, it starts to come up to speed more, it sounds rough. Yeah, your lower speeds sound rough, and at these really low speeds here it barely turns. So we're going to open it up and have a look at it. It smells like something's burning in there too. I'm going to go ahead and unplug it. We'll see what that is once we get this thing apart. Unfortunately I don't have a spare stand for one of these types of Dormeyers to set this on. I've got the kind that will lift up sideways, but I don't have the kind that this would go on. So I'm going to have to just work on it, on the bench here on the towel. A little inconvenient, but we'll make it through. Start by getting this handle off of here. Like I said, we're just going to reinforce that handle there so that it doesn't want to break there at that spot. And the crack does go all the way through. So we'll take care of that. Let's pop our spring off of here. Alright, and we'll get this nut off of here so we can get this top half off. Separated here. Oh, one more thing. I forgot I got to take this off. Hopefully this one will unscrew a little easier than the last one did. Well, once again, I'm having a hard time finding the slot and the screw. My screwdriver there isn't quite long enough. And this screwdriver is broke. I'm going to have to get out and pick up another set of little screwdrivers here. Let's see if I got it out enough to get this one on. Yep, there we go. Alright, so got that knob off. Now we can pop the top off of here. Alright, that looks pretty clean inside there. Actually, this whole thing doesn't look too bad in here. That's always nice to see. Alright, let's break this thing in half now. Oh, we can start on the cord here. Since this always seems to be the big pain in the butt, is this cord restraint. Alright, this one wasn't too bad. Alright, there's all kinds of goo in here. Alright, so now we can take out our screw down here and then the nut on the back side, or the top side I should say. There's a little nut and a lock washer on here. Keep those together. Alright, so now we can separate this. Alright, you can see something's leaked out everywhere in here. There's the speed control, which looks kind of gooey, so we'll get that all cleaned up. Yeah, I believe it's this capacitor here that leaked out everywhere. That's what was all over the cord restraint. So we're going to do away with it on this one. This capacitor looks to be alright. Let's look at the resistor. The resistor looks good too. Let's check out our brushes on here. Alright, brushes are nice and long. I don't know what it is with these Dormeyers, but they seem to be pretty easy on brushes. Alright, let's open the gearbox here. Make sure we keep our lock washers with these. Clips off. And we get our gearbox cover off of here. Maybe. There we go. Alright, you can see there's quite a bit of old grease on here. That's, pretty bad. There's a washer right there that we're going to have to pop off. Make sure to save that. Yeah, we got a couple gears in here that are going to have to come out. Alright, take that one out first. Ooh, this one's also got the cover on here for the PTO. These gears should be coming right out of here. There we go. There's one. Just have to clean that up really good. And there's the other. It's funny how you take out one gear and the other one will come right out. This one don't really look like it's got a whole lot of grease on it, but we'll have to get off whatever's on there. And of course down in here in the gearbox, we'll end up having to clean all that out as well. Let's go ahead and take our motor halves apart, and I think we'll pull this off after we separate these. I'm just going to thread it right out the top. We got a long screw on the bottom here. It's got this darn ground always wrapped around it here for the RF capacitor. Alright, so let's unhook that. Pull this out with the washers that are attached to it. Alright, so once those are out, these two halves will come apart and you'll take the whole armature assembly with it. Alright, so what we want to do is hold on to this fan and get our nut off of here for the speed control. Oh, easier said than done. There we go. And a nut on here does seem to lock. I mean, it's tighter until the top of it clears the threads. I can't remember what those nuts are called. I think it's crimped a little tighter at the top. It doesn't want to come off. There we go. Alright, we can take our governor off. Oh, it doesn't even look bad on the bottom there. We'll polish that up as well, but here's our secondary brushes. Well, that one looks a little wonky. Not sure what the deal is with that one, but there's a lot of carbon right here. We're going to have to find a replacement for that one. Alright, so now we can go ahead and pull our armature out of here. And the armature doesn't really have any wear on it either, so we'll just polish that up. Make that nice and smooth again. Alright, so now we've got some wiring we got to get out of here too. Cut these off. Alright, so this would be there's the cord. Yeah, cord shot. It just disintegrates, the inner insulation just disintegrates on it. So that's definitely shot. And this thing does have power leads on one side, a chassis ground on the other, and then it comes over to this leg here, And then down here for the power. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to pull this out because it's obviously leaking everywhere. You can see in right here, I mean it's just leaked out everywhere, and here there's a big pile of wax that we're going to have to clean out of there. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to desolder this wire off of here, and we'll just do away with that, and we'll just wipe this whole thing down good. Alright, so as far as breaking everything down, we're pretty much broken down. There's a bunch of grease in here I got to get out, and then there's on this gear right here for the PTO, there's a set screw in there now, a head set screw. I got to get that out and pull the shaft out, and now we can get all that clean. We'll get all the other shafts and everything polished up, get all the parts cleaned, locate another brush for the secondary brush on the speed control unit there, polish this up, and get a cord out ready to go, and then we'll start putting everything back together. I'll bring you back for an overview when everything's all cleaned up and stuff, and then then we're going to go ahead and we're going to get it put back together. So we'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright, so we got everything all cleaned up, grease all cleaned out of here, shafts cleaned up, gears, little bearing, armature. We've gone inside of that. Everything else is pretty much cleaned up, ready to go. One thing I did notice is that this is the speed control that came off of there, and if you look real close right here, you can see the points on there. Let's see if I can focus here. And you can see there's like nothing left on this upper part here. So we're going to replace it with this one, which you can see still has plenty of meat left on it there. And we got this all polished up too. So that's what we're going to do now. We're going to go get everything put back together, get it full of grease, get the cord hooked up and all that, and we'll come back afterwards and get it all fired up. Alright, so we've got this one all wrapped up here and ready to go. We did replace a few things on here. We replaced the cord, and I showed you this before. I replaced this because the one contact is completely gone on there. The big capacitor RF filter that was in there, we did put that back in. We just disconnected the RF part of it. The other end is actually a capacitor, and it does need that to run, which is something I forgot about until I seen that it had leads coming out the other end going right to the motor. So we have that hooked back up to the motor. And this capacitor right here, which is a capacitor on the motor, a 0.01 microfarad capacitor, we did replace this one because this one was bad. You can see right there, I mean it was starting to leak out and bulge right there, so we replaced that. We also did replace this funky little brush right here. This is one of the secondary brushes that somehow got hung up crooked in there, so we replaced that with another brush as well. We straightened out the beaters. We couldn't fix the one that's broke, but we did get it fixed, and we've got everything set to go. We reinforced the back of this handle here. We were actually able to spread this apart. Once we had it off, we could spread it apart enough to inject glue from the back, and you can see part of it actually came all the way through to the front here. I'm not sure if you can see that. Right there, so it actually came clear through, and it is built up on the back of it there, and we'll let that dry. So that should reinforce that handle good. Let's go ahead and fire this thing up and see what it sounds like. Gotta watch my cord. And beater ejector works. So this one's a wrap. We're gonna get this one packed up and contact the owner and let them know that that the mixer is good to go. If you guys have any questions or comments, leave them down below, and we'll get back to you on those as soon as we can. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and let us know that you like it. That's about the only way that we know that you like these is if you let us know. And don't forget to subscribe and click that bell down there so you can get notifications for any other videos that we post. We've got our Dormeyers out of the way for now. We do have one more Dormeyer to do, but we got to wait till we get some powder in. That one's getting powder coated. But we do have a few more now we're back to sunbeams. We've got a few more sunbeams that we're going to be working on here soon. So just stay tuned. And as always, guys, appreciate you watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.